Hey Capricorn, I'm your astrologer Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here's your monthly forecast for the month of November 2017. Now, what's going on for you this month, Capricorn, is that we've got a lot going on right here for you where Scorpio is in your 11th house of your goals, okay, and of your vision for the future and of where it is you see your life going. Also of groups of people that you associate with and just you wanting to be authentically yourself, okay? I think you're trying to figure a lot of stuff out there in that area with, of course, the Sun there, Venus there, and Jupiter, which will be there for the next 12 months, okay? So I think there's just a lot going on that you're trying to figure out. I don't think this is new. I think you were thinking about it for a few weeks, especially at the end of October and of course the beginning of November with Mercury also there. But I think there's still more to work out, more to uncover, more to figure out what it is that you want, where it is that you see your life going, what direction you want your life to go in, what really is important to you as you try to figure out where your future is, okay, and some goals and dreams of yours, okay? I think that's what's going on for you. I think a lot of it has to do over here where Neptune is, okay, and where Chiron are, all right, which are in your third house of talk and of communication and of people around town, okay, because both Neptune and Chiron are making trines over here to Scorpio in your 11th house, first Neptune and then Chiron. So I think what's going on here is you're trying to figure out what your goals are. I think you're trying to maybe work some things out inside your own mind, okay? The third house also rules your own mind. Figure out what goals you want, understand your goals better, do a lot of thinking about where your life is going. I think that's happening, as well as communication with other people too, maybe trying to throw some ideas off of other people to get a better idea of where your life is going or what they think, or having to do that as well, okay? I think that could be a little confusing, okay, as you're thinking about some goals, maybe not understanding quite right where you want your life to go, what you see for your life, maybe other people that you're communicating with also not getting the point, not getting what you're trying to say to them about where you see your life going as well. So there could be some things that come up there, as well as where Chiron is, some hurtful communication too, just feeling like you can't break through some old maybe thought patterns in order to move forward, or like some communication that you're having is just also not going according to plan, okay? So I think that could be what is going on there, right? The message here is to not get too lost in this stuff going on here in your third house with Neptune and Chiron, but again, to focus on your goals, okay, on your vision for the future, on where you see your life going, okay? And I think if you can do that, it's really going to open up some doors here for you where Pluto is, all right, in your first house, because it's making a sextile over here to these Scorpio planets. And I think you thinking about your goals, thinking about where your life is going, what you need to feel more authentically yourself, and what kind of groups and people that you want to associate with to accomplish some of your dreams, I think doing that's really going to help you to start to get on board with your identity, to feel better with who you are, maybe to create a new identity in a lot of ways, okay? And to just figure out what it is that's important to you and really push forward on some plans that I think are just going to give you like a new boost forward with what it is that you need, okay? But it's not going to come unless you focus on your goals and think big picture, okay? I think as you're focusing on your goals and thinking big picture here, in order to open up some doors for you and who you are and what you want and everything about you, it's going to require you here to make some effort where the North Node is in your 8th house of changes, okay? Because we do have all of these planets in your 11th house making a square here with the North Node in your 8th house. So as you're thinking about your goals and where you want your life to go, okay, and trying to open up some new doors for you to have a new identity or a better identity, or to feel just more comfortable about yourself here, and trying to overcome some hard communication and some hard thoughts maybe going on, I think you're really going to have to make some effort here to make some changes in your life to end or begin some things so that you can really start to live some of these goals and put your life on a better footing and do things that are more important to you, okay? With the North Node here in your 8th house, you need to make changes for this next year, okay? Or about like, what, 8 to 10 months now, since the North Node has already been in Leo for a little bit. But I think you need to make changes in your life. You need to figure out what's going on, maybe make some financial investments in order to do some things that are important to you in some way, and to get in some really deep, intimate partnerships with people who can help you here. And I think as you're thinking about your goals and trying to figure out where your life is going, you also need to make sure that you're making the changes that you need to make in your life as well, and some of the investments that you need to make too, so that you can support these goals and let yourself have these goals and these visions for the future that it is that you're seeing, okay? So that's what I see going on there. All right, while that's happening, we also do have Saturn hanging out in your 12th house of your insides and of what's going on inside you here. Also making a square over here to Chiron, okay? So there could, again, be some very uncomfortable things coming up, especially with Saturn and with Chiron, just about who you are on the inside, not feeling quite right in your own skin, with your life, with where your life is going, having to work some things out, process some things internally. Also here with the 12th house, having to overcome some things from the past, that the past isn't holding you back from doing a bunch of things here that are good for you and to move forward on some big dreams. I think you've got that going on here. Perhaps just not feeling comfortable about life as well, and about how you think about life and about how you communicate about life with other people too, that you're going to have to break through, okay? But if you can focus on reaching for some goals, okay, thinking big picture and working out some of your emotional and internal stuff and overcoming some things from the past that have been hard for you, that have been holding you back, I think it's really going to help you here where Uranus is, okay, to start once again to build a home life. Since Uranus is in your 4th house of home, making a trine to Saturn, okay? To really build something that's important to you, that you really want, to find more stability in your life once again, okay? And to feel more comfortable emotionally, all right? Since both the 12th house and the 4th house do rule your emotions, okay? And I think if you can focus on what you need to get right with yourself inside and to make sense of some things, it's gonna help you finally start to feel like you're gonna build something and like your life's not on shifting sand here, okay? But you just need to let yourself go there, think about some goals, think about some new dreams in some way before some of the other stuff here will start to fall into place, where you'll feel better with home and family and just start to feel more solid and stable inside yourself, okay? So I think that is what is going on there. As that's happening, we also do have Mars in Libra right here, which is going to be in your 10th house of career going on. So I think that you want to move forward on your career. If it's not career related, on a life direction, you want to have a life direction that's better for you in a lot of ways, have the reputation that you want, have the social standing that you want, because Mars is in Libra and Mars does not be in Libra. I think even though you want these things and you want the career and you want the life direction that is important to you, I feel like it might be a little bit hard to work together this month. You may need to be very patient with it. You may not be making progress as quickly as you would like, okay? Especially when it comes here to something that's very close to your identity, all right? Because Mars is going to square Pluto. So I think you're trying to redirect your life to be something that it is that you want to be, make the changes you need to make, of course, to make this redirection, okay, and to reach some goals. But again, feeling like it's just a little frustrating for you to act, for you to get things done, and for you to make some progress, to have that happen with Pluto here. Again, saying not that you can't make the progress, okay? Not that you can't have the life direction that you want, or you can't have a better, reputation or social standing or whatever it is that you want in those kind of terms, okay? But just that it's going to take some time, and you're going to need to be patient here, waiting for other people to come around, waiting for everything to fall into place with Mars here. While that works the stuff out, okay? And you might have to wait till Mars leaves Libra until you start to feel better about some of this stuff too, okay? While you're also trying to think about your career and your life direction and your social standing, also having to balance it too here with your home life to make sure that you don't just have the life direction that you want, but again, that you can build on it, that you're comfortable with it, that you can make it into something that's really important to you and that can last too. So I think there's a lot of stuff that you're trying to work together to make sure you have a life that's better for you from here on out, that resonates more truly with your heart and who you are, and that's more comfortable for you, okay? But maybe having to make some changes to get there, maybe having to turn the ship, and maybe having to be a little bit patient while some of that falls into place, okay? So I think that's what's going on. At the very end of the month, we are going to have Mercury here on your 12th house of your internal stuff conjunct Saturn. So very strong, serious communication, could be a little heavy coming up inside you because it's in the 12th house. I think you're the one thinking about yourself and what's going on with you here. Really having to commit to something, I want to say, inside. Committing to getting right with yourself, committing to overcoming your past. I think there's something that you're going to have to do there that could be a little bit hard for you to think about, could be a little bit hard for you to communicate about. But again, really needing to communicate about some kind of commitment or about some kind of serious stuff that you've got going on inside you so that you can finally break through some things holding you back, move forward, and live more of a life that you want that's better for you, okay? And that just resonates more with you inside, okay? I think that's what's going on there. And then finally, the full moon we've got happening at the very beginning of this month, happening here in Taurus, which is your 5th house of happiness, okay? saying do whatever it is that you can to be happy, to find happiness, to do whatever it is that you need to figure out what will make you happy so that you can start to build on that happiness, move forward, reach some big goals and dreams of yours, okay, to help you bring all of that together, okay? Not enough here to just know what makes you happy, okay? Even though that may not always be the easiest thing too with this 12th house stuff going on here, but really having to reach for your dreams, really having to work towards building and creating and seeing this life that you think it is that you want and need and that will make things better for you, okay? So I think that's what is going on there, Capricorn. Now your card for the month is the Two of Swords reversed, okay? This card to me is definitely a card of choices and decisions that you have to make. All right, this card is interesting because a lot of times it indicates decisions that we don't want to make, choices that are very hard for us to make. Actually, when it's upright, it indicates that having a hard time making decisions. I think when it's reversed though, it indicates the decisions are easier to make. Maybe you're having an easier time figuring things out this month. Maybe all these problems that you've been having are old hat by now and you're kind of familiar with them. So I think that's what's going on here. It's easier for you to do what needs to be done. If it isn't easier for you to do what needs to be done, I think what you need to think about this month is what you want, what is important to you, okay? And to not pay attention to all of these competing voices, all right? Because there are tons of other things that people want and tons of other things that you can do, but what do you want? What do you need, okay? What do you need to do, even if it upsets other people here, to make you happy, okay? And to move forward on some things that are important to you. And I think if you can focus on that and if you can make some of these hard decisions, it's gonna put your life in a much better place moving forward, okay? So that's all I've got for you this week, this month, Capricorn. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.